Racism for Mr. Gebril and Ms. Hoffman. And I will repeat the question if necessary.
Mr. Gebril, next.
Please repeat it.
Thank you. So I'm curious from your point of view how my listening to community members of Palestinian descent and who have connections to Palestine and family in Palestine asking that council not debate their trauma, how that is anti-Palestinian racism.
Right. So through the chair, the trauma that Palestinians face is not a tool to be used to justify or not justify something.
Yes, true.
That what you're saying is through the chair, what is being said is a weaponization of trauma. There's an entire delegation of Palestinians who are saying we want to be heard. I don't know who these Palestinians were. There are Palestinians who actively aid in the oppression of their siblings. How do I know that those weren't the Palestinians you were speaking to? I don't know. If they want to be heard, they want their opinions known, they can make it known to the community and they can come delegate. If they don't want to delegate, their trauma is too heavy for them, then they don't have to tune into what's happening. But these are Palestinians who are willing to, through the trauma, through the pain, through the active extermination of their people, are willing to speak and to be silenced when they ask to speak. That's egregious. There's no justification for that. There's no amount of Palestinians you can speak to that justifies silencing one Palestinian who wanted to participate in the democratic process.
Any further members of council?
No, it doesn't answer because the thing is I mean, I don't know, I can't know, right? People who are saying, please don't debate our trauma. I can't know where they're coming from any more than I can know where any of you are coming from in terms of who's being oppressed and who's not.
Chair,
being
should the
oppressed.
questions be through you,
Are there any
I
further
did
questions?
say
Point of
through
order.
you, Chair.
Point of order, Councillor Bateman.
I
Councillor
said
Bateman,
through
you
you,
have a
Chair.
point of order?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I'd just like the questions to go through you.
All questions go through the chair, please.
Yes, I did say through you.
Thank you.
So through you, Chair. So yes, respectfully, I mean, none of us can know when we're receiving those phone calls or those emails, you know, who's engaging in oppression and who's not. So is your suggestion, based on the answer that you just gave, that the people who were asking me to do what I could to not let council debate their trauma, that they were weaponizing their own trauma?
No, I'm saying that, through the chair, I'm saying that as an elected official who's engaged in the democratic process, you should allow the people who want to engage in the democratic process to be heard. Yeah, so I'm saying that the councillor is the one who is weaponizing other people's trauma, not that these Palestinians are weaponizing their trauma. I don't know if these Palestinians are, I don't know who emailed you these, or if these were people who were acting in good faith or bad faith. We don't know, you don't know, right? So I'm saying that using our judgment, our common sense, if I am a councillor, I'm engaged in the democratic process. If somebody tells me, it doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter how many, hey, you should deny these people that want to speak their democratic rights, I should, as a person engaged in the democratic process, say, no, I'm going to allow these people who want to speak the right to speak, whether they're Palestinian, whether they're, it doesn't matter.
Thank you. Through you, Chair. You're aware that it's not a democratic right to speak to council, and that it's certainly not a democratic right to speak to council about an item that's not on the agenda?
It was on the agenda.
It was removed from the agenda.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You removed it from it was removed from the agenda, which is countervening the democratic rights of Palestinians, democratic rights of Niagara residents who wanted to speak. Yeah, it's not an absolute right to speak to council. That's true.
Thank you. And Chair, through you, the same question about anti-Palestinian racism to Ms. Offman.
Yes, through the chair.